What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So this video that I want to do is, hold on, y'all, is I'm gonna take y'all back, way back in the time, but no, not that far back. Kind of, yeah. These are the cartoons from the 80s. Now, if you guys were born 70s, you guys should know. You guys should know all of these cartoons. Not maybe you might be like, with one or two of them. Not gonna be too long, but I'm gonna name the cartoon and then I'm just gonna tell you a little bit about it. So the first one is He-Man. He-Man was one of my favorite cartoons to watch in the morning before I went to school. Like, you know how they have certain cartoons that come on literally like right before you go to school and you're like, oh my god, like I wanted to finish watching this and I can't watch this now. And so back then they didn't have like DVRs that you could record the TV. You would actually have to plug in your VCR and you would have to record it through that, which my mom and dad, they weren't having it. They're like, we're not doing that. We're not wasting our tapes for cartoons that you could watch about, you could watch another day. And so I was like, okay, so my thing was Saturday cartoons because I could watch them all morning and I ain't got to worry about going to school. The only good thing is that when we had like snow days, it was the best because then we could just stay in. Like we literally, how many people used to do this? We used to watch at the bottom of our screen for 2-hour delays and closings while we were watching our cartoons. So like when it got to your letter, you're like, oh my god, you're like, please no school. But when you looked outside, like there was probably 2 or 3 feet of snow, but the roads were clear. So it was like, nope, y'all going to school. Now it's like a dusting and it's like, oh, it's 2-hour delay or school's closed. And I was talking to somebody that I used to watch her son. She said, I remember when we used to walk in like 3-4 feet of snow, we would have to walk to school. I said, yeah, I know. And we had to walk, like where I had to go is I went down like the main street, cut up the one side street, cut up another street, went all the way around. Because if I went straight up, I'd have to go up like this big, huge hill to get to my school. And yeah, I wasn't doing that. So we went all the way around and then just cut down the back part of the school where the parking lot was. So anyway, back to the cartoon. So He-Man. He-Man was one of my favorite ones to watch. I used to have the castle. I used to have Skeletor. I used to have He-Man. I used to have Battle Cat. So I used to have like the whole set of He-Man. And like I was the type where I had like Barbie dolls and stuff like that, but like I was more of like a tomboyish kind of kid. Like I didn't do like I did girly things, but like I was into like them kind of cartoons. But I did watch some of the girly ones too. So the next one is G.I. Joe. So G.I. Joe is another one of my favorite ones that I watched coming up. I wasn't too worried about if I missed it because like it's not like these TV shows and these movies where like if you not TV shows to where like if you miss 1 or 2 of them, then you don't know what's going on. So these cartoons were just like everything was different, each episode. So G.I. Joe, yes, that was another one. Let me know down in the comments if you guys can remember any of these and rate them and let me know what you think. So He-Man, I'm rating a 10 definitely. G.I. Joe, I'll rate probably like an 8. Like I said, I did like the cartoon. I did watch the movies as well. So yeah, kind of like an 8. So the next one was Voltron. I did watch maybe a couple of them, and I didn't really get into it. So I just, kind of was like, whatever. Let me see. Sorry, y'all. I missed some of these that were on here. Because I was going through, like I was trying to think of them last night so I could remember what to do. And I started doing something else. My mind was just like, and I forgot all about it. Okay, so the next one is Thundercats. Thundercats was another one that I liked watching. Um, if I was to rate it, I would probably rate it a 9. I did get into it because it was just kind of like that, all that action and stuff like that was in it, and that kept my attention. So the next one is Transformers. Transformers was one of my really, really favorite ones. It was up there with He-Man. I love Optimus Prime. I love Bumblebee. The other ones I didn't really care for the Decepticons as much, but watching the cartoon, it was cool because like you watched them as a kid, it was like amazing how they transformed into like these different, weapons and like different cars and things like that. So it was kind of fun to watch and it kept your attention. So the next one is Inspector Gadget. I liked Inspector Gadget. Inspector Gadget was, to me, like it was an 8, maybe 8.5. It was funny. It was cool how he was able to like, spring up into like the top part of a building, or use his little hat where he could spin, he could fly and do different things like that. So it was kind of fun. The next one is the Jetsons. The Jetsons are, listen, I'm telling you right now, the Jetsons are like a 20. I absolutely loved watching the Jetsons. And like I was like, oh wow, like what if the world was actually like this? What if we, flew in flying saucers to go to the store or go to work or go to school or something like that? Like it was just something cool to watch that like was futuristic. They telling you something. And they had the TVs, flat screen TVs back then with the Jetsons, and they didn't have flat screens back then. Well, we didn't see the flat screens because it was on Star Trek too, and they had the little phones, the little cell phones. Okay, so the next one is the Care Bears. Care Bears, I loved. This was my girly side now because these next 4 or 5 of them. I used to have the plush Care Bears that they smelt how they're like their color. I had like a strawberry. I forget what the other ones were, but I had like 4 or 5 different ones. And whenever you smell them, they smell like that flavor, and it was really cute. Like I really loved watching them. Okay, so My Little Pony was another one. That was a big thing that I had as far as collections. I used to collect my ponies, My Little Ponies. And I had ones with like the rainbow hair. I had the purple one. I had the blue one, the yellow one. So like I had it on my dresser. These are like some of the Saturday cartoons too. Like they threw some of these on the Saturdays. So I was able to watch them. The next one is Strawberry Shortcake. I did have quite a few of them, and they smelled like strawberries. Like I loved it. My Little Ponies, I'll rate like a 9. Strawberry Shortcake, I'll rate. I didn't care too much as far as like the cartoon. Cartoon, I'd probably give like a 6 or 7. I did watch it, but it was not something I would brag about. So yeah, I would probably give it like a 6 or 7. Pound Puppies was another one. Pound Puppies is up there with the Jetsons, like beyond 10, like beyond, because Pound Puppies. Of course, I love the Pound Puppies. Like I had the stuffed animals, a lot of them, and I could watch the cartoon over and over again. That's how good it was. And like back then, like if you look at it now, you're kind of like, why did I watch this? But even like now, if I had the DVD of it, or if it came on, or if I can see if I could find it on like YouTube or something like that, I would watch it. I would watch it because Pound Puppies was like my shit, like back then. Okay, so the next one is the Smurfs. Papa Smurf was my favorite. I don't know why. I'm trying to think if I could rate the Smurfs, I would probably give it like a 12. I'll give it 12 because I loved watching the Smurfs. Even like the Smurf movies, I was into the Smurf movies too. But the cartoon was the best. Like that was another one that I was able to watch like on a Saturday, so I was able to watch it, and I didn't have to worry about having to cut it off and go to school or anything like that. And plus, I walked most of the time, so I couldn't wait till the very last minute and leave for school because it took me like probably like 15 minutes to walk, maybe a little bit less, depending. If it was nice outside, then it didn't take as long. But if it was cold, because back then, like my parents didn't play. My parents was like, you know what, you could walk. I'm not taking you go to school right there. I'm not driving you all the way up there. But sometimes my dad would, like if he would leave to go to work, he would just drop me off, whatever. Okay, so the next one is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They've evolved over the years. Back then, like the cartoon wasn't as exciting because like now you have much more of like the graphics and stuff like that on the cartoons. Like they make them look a lot more evolved. Okay. Back then you just had like the basic little turtles and and it wasn't that it wasn't exciting, it just wasn't exciting as much as it got over the years. Raphael was my number one favorite. I didn't really like any of the other ones. I only liked Raphael. I don't know why. Maybe it was just because he was a badass. But I didn't like Michelangelo because he was like kind of like that goofy. Leonardo just thought he was the shit. Donatello was cool. So, I mean, I'll give it. Donatello and Raphael, I could deal with those. Raphael was my number one, though. But yeah, I even with like the movies and stuff like that, like the Turtles, to me, could never get boring. I don't know why. The movies themselves might be like, but watching the Turtles themselves, like, I love them. And I love Splinter, too. Um, the next one is TaleSpin. TaleSpin was my favorite. Not my favorite, but one of my favorites. I would give it probably like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I would give like an 8 or 9. TaleSpin, I'm gonna give like a 10 because TaleSpin was another one of them ones that it was just like kind of like kept your attention and was fun, but then it was entertaining as well. So like, you didn't have that boring cartoon to where like you're like, okay, like this is good. I like it, but what is the point? TaleSpin wasn't like that. TaleSpin was good. Chip and Dale. Chip and Dale were my favorite. My two favorite chipmunks. Hands down, Chip and Dale is better than the Chipmunks. Alvin and the Chipmunks, Chip and Dale is better. I loved both of them. They were like their own little tiny detectives that was only maybe like 2 feet tall, but they were like badass chipmunks. Like literally. I don't know why that. Another was like 15 out of 10 because I love Chip and Dale. Okay, so the last one is DuckTales. DuckTales was another one of my go-to cartoons. So if I was to pick out of this whole list and say, okay, what do I want to watch? DuckTales would be on that list. Okay, so I have, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 6. I have 16. So probably 3 or 4 of these would be my go-to cartoons. I just kind of threw the other ones in there because, it was from the 80s. So I wanted to throw them in there. But yeah, DuckTales, I'll give 15. But go in the comments and let me know what your favorite cartoon is. It could be on this list or it could be another one that maybe I missed. Like I said, I was writing them down last night, but I ended up doing something else and I just totally forgot about going back to it. And I was going to do it this morning, but Monday is like my full clean day. So I thought I would just jump on here and do this cartoon. Whew, do this video real quick for y'all. But yeah, drop it in the comments and let me know what your favorite cartoon is. If you're younger, give me the cartoon that was your favorite from your year of you growing up, because I know I don't have just all old people on my channel. Even though I'm not old, but So yeah, drop it in the comments and let me know what you guys think of the video. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell for notifications. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to drop the comment and let me know what your favorite cartoon is and why you like the cartoon. And give me a rating. All right, and you guys could also rate these ones too. So if you put just like He-Man, put a number next to it. Then do the G.I. Joe, whatever, just, Yeah. All right, you guys. I will see you guys in the next video.